You see, this is exactly what we're talking about when it comes to SHTF scenario. Every different SHTF scenario can be different, but it's almost like you have to prepare the same. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know I've been out for a little bit, but I haven't forgotten about you. I'm back. Jump right into it. Obviously, if you've been awake any time within the past week or so, you know that the water issue in Mississippi, no available water, and this is a prime example of another example of what's happened within the past couple of years, where that lets us know we have to continue to prepare. You never know what the scenario is going to be or what the situation is going to be. Obviously, you know, I'm pretty sure there may be some people in Mississippi who have their preppers. You know, they have bottled water or gallons of water or whatever, you know, already put up in their garage or their pantry or whatever that could last them for a little while. But remember, you can't think about just drinking water. You have to think about water to bathe with, water to flush your toilet with, you know, other things, you know. So, and then you also have to think about the water that they have for babies. You know, I'm not for sure if there's much of a difference. When my wife and I had smaller babies, we didn't necessarily get into the whole buying the water that was marketed just for babies. We didn't really do that. We just pretty much gave them the water, you know, bottled water or water out the sink, whatever. So I don't know how legitimate the water is for babies. Maybe you all can let me know. I don't know, but and also seem like every week now, some way, somehow, either there's a restaurant like Wendy's in which their romaine lettuce, I think, is supposedly or allegedly has listeria, I think is what it's called, listeria. But you're seeing that come out almost every week in every food, whether it's fruit, vegetable, you know, even ice cream. It's like everything is, there's something wrong with every food now, and they're coming out with it. Then, not to mention times in the, you know, over the past couple of years or so, all the food manufacturing, food processing plants burning down. Things you don't hear about on MSM, but all these things are happening at once. And not only that, I'm going to leave some links to some articles below, but it's been predicted that food shortages will be worse in 2023 than they are this year. And they weren't necessarily bad this year. I think early in the year, maybe January, February, a lot of the stores had a little rough time. Hit a bump. A bit of a rough time restocking the shelves after the holiday season. It took them a little longer than what it usually does. But basically, it's been predicted. There's been senators that come out and say, hey, you've seen nothing yet. In 2023, it's going to be worse. And we may even start feeling it during the holiday season this year. So what I would advise doing is go ahead and, first of all, get food that you know is going to last forever. And I mean, you know, I don't mean literally, but yeah, I do mean literally forever. But also get food that you know that can last as long as possible. Store them properly. And also for you all who love to celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas, go ahead and get foods for them too, because you don't know, by that time there could be shortages. Prices could jump or skyrocket even more by then. Who knows? And you know that's going to be after the midterms. So who's to say what could happen after that? But we have to be ready. We have to be prepared. Like for all you doubters out there who are saying that, oh, you know, there's no shortages. First of all, let me tell you this. With all the farmers being forced to basically pretty much set their crops on fire or destroy them in some way, shape, or form, allegedly, that is not, you're not going to feel the effects of that usually till like 8 months to a year after that happens. Because most places are still, I would say most places are still pretty well stocked now. So don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable at all. Another thing I would say too is to go ahead and start cutting back on your meals right now. And you're thinking, well, why? You know, why get ready, stay ready? Why do we have to start cutting back on our meals right now? One, it can help you save food for later down the line. But two, which is just as important, it would be easier for your body to adjust. And what I mean by that is, let's just say we're eating 3 meals a day, every day, and then here comes December 31st, and all of a sudden there's a food shortage everywhere. January of 2023, there's no food anywhere, and you only have enough to maybe get 1 meal a day. It'll be an easier adjustment for your body, because it can. I've talked to people before where they've gone OMAD, and many of them tell me that it's an adjustment. When you're used to eating 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or some people don't do breakfast, but they'll do, or lunch, but they'll do like brunch. You go from doing that to eating only 1 meal a day, there's an adjustment period. So I would say definitely make sure that you start planning right now. And that planning and prepping is not only making sure your pantry's full, but also making sure your body, that you're physically able to make the adjustment, you know, if and when necessary. Also, mentally, you know, mentally prepare yourself to what could possibly take place. That's my advice to everyone. So right now I would say get it while the getting's good. While you still go in the store and you still see certain items. I don't know if I would stock up on a lot of the sweets and, you know, like the things that's in the middle aisles. Except for canned goods. Canned foods, yeah, definitely. Dry beans, dry rice, things like that, of course. But try not to focus so much on like cereal and cakes and candy and soda and most of the juices. You know, try not to focus on things like that, because those things, I mean, let's be honest with you, they're not good for you, but they're not going to last that long anyway. And most of those things aren't even, you know, like I say, not even good for you anyway. Now, I'm not saying don't get any, because as I've said many times, you may need someone like a lift me up, like a morale booster. When things are going bad, you may need to say, hey, you know what? You know, there's some cereal in here, or there's a candy bar in here, something like that. And these articles that are coming out, could they be fear tactics? Absolutely, could be. You know, there have been so many fear tactics in the past couple of years, past 2.5 years. It's crazy. But as the old saying goes, wouldn't you rather be safe than sorry? Because if you're counting on this being a fear tactic and everything being fine, what happens if this is not a fear tactic? And, you know, at the end of December, and it's really at the worst time too. Think about it, because the holidays are in November, the holiday season, from November through December, right? Most people are planning, you know, Thanksgiving dinners, Christmas parties, things like that. And food's already a little short anyway, right after holiday season. Now you add the fact that the holiday is going to cause a shortage, but also there's actually a true shortage could be coming. And remember what I said earlier in the video here. This past January, or this past holiday season going into January, it did actually take a few months longer to get stores, you know, completely restocked, most of them. And that wasn't even a hard, you know, we didn't get hard by a shortage, a food shortage. We didn't get hit hard. And it still took them a few extra months to make sure everything was fine, to get everything right. So if we get hit hard by a real food shortage, I mean, come on. But just wanted to let you all in on that. I mean, you can take it as fear tactics you want to. You can play if you want to. But I wouldn't advise it. Also, remember this too. There are going to be those who don't believe that there are going to be shortages, and they won't stock up. They won't prep. But when the shortage hit and they're hungry, what are they going to do? You got it. They're going to go searching for food at everyone else's house. They're going to come shopping perhaps at your home. They're going to go shopping at perhaps your family member's home. That's where it gets dangerous. That's where it gets crazy, right? And you know, when people are hungry, they get crazy. I mean, certain things are already happening out in California right now. You've seen videos of people going in stores, just grabbing food, grabbing alcoholic beverages, and coming in with look like contractor bags or garbage bags or whatever, and just filling them up and walking out. Just saying, that's already going on. So how much worse could it possibly get when an actual real food shortage hit? So prepare your pantries, and also prepare your body and your mind, and also prepare yourself to defend what you have. Because if you're counting on someone else to come and rescue you, there's a good chance that may not happen. Don't go out doing anything stupid, anything violent, anything like that. We don't promote violence. But just prepare to defend yourself, your property, your food, your pantry, your family, whatever. Prepare to defend it. Anyway, if you like this type of content, please like, share, subscribe. All comments are welcome, as long as they're tasteful and respectful. And if there's anything that I may have forgot to add in the video or talk about, hey, let me know in the comments. And as always, get ready, stay ready. God bless.